Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Hey guys, we're your hosts, Em and Jay, and today we wanted to take a look at Pinocchio. It's a classic story, but now we're getting 3 new Pinocchio movies, along with ones that came out recently, and a video game based on Pinocchio. I have no idea why we're getting so much Pinocchio content all of a sudden. That's going to be a lot of competition, especially considering the fact that a big name like Disney is there. But we figured we'd take a look at all of them, and we're also going to make a video on the original 1883 novel, so stay tuned for that. We're getting a live action version from Disney, which is just a remake of their original 1940 movie, which isn't surprising because Disney has been remaking their animated classics a lot in the last few years. They're also working on a live action Peter Pan at the same time. Guillermo del Toro is also making a Pinocchio movie. This one is highly anticipated because it was announced 14 years ago, but it's had a lot of developmental troubles, so I'm glad he was finally able to get it off the ground. And then there's Pinocchio, A True Story, which is a movie that's being made. It also looks to be the worst out of everything. No offense. The video game actually looks pretty cool. It's a Souls-like game called The Lies of P. Personally, I don't like that title, but I won't hold that against it. But all this is quite a lot of content to start exploring. Disney is releasing a live-action version of Pinocchio, because of course they are, but I guess this could be considered a second live-action Disney Pinocchio, kind of like their previous live-action Jungle Book, because they released a film version of the stage play for Geppetto back in 2000. But Disney's animated Pinocchio is so iconic that most people probably think of that movie when they think of Pinocchio, more so than any other version, including the original novel. But still, there have been a lot of other live-action versions, including in recent years, like the one from 2019, so I wonder what Disney's going to do to try to differentiate themselves, or if they'll bother. Apparently they're adding a new character who is a seagull. I'm not sure what they think this is going to add, but okay. There's actually a lot of characters from the book that Disney didn't bother to transfer over. It might have been cool to see some of them, instead of Disney creating a seagull character. To be honest, I'm kind of burned out on Disney live action, but that's not stopping anytime soon. Next, there's Guillermo del Toro's long-awaited Pinocchio movie. It's a stop-motion animated musical, and is set in 1930s fascist Italy instead of the late 1800s like the story is usually set in. It's being advertised as a darker and grittier version of the story, which is going to be something considering the fact that the book is already very dark, like having themes revolving around death. I just hope they don't make it edgy, or that they make it super cliched like Geppetto was the bad guy all along. It is nice to see a project come out of development hell, and it's pretty clear Del Toro has a lot of passion for it, so I'm interested in seeing how it plays out. This trailer also does that thing where they say, you may think you know the original story, but you don't, and we're going to tell you what really happened, which is a marketing cliche that I never cared for. Even Disney did it with their own version of Sleeping Beauty when they made the Maleficent movie. But Pinocchio isn't even based on folklore. We have the source material. So in this case, it just kind of seems disrespectful to the original author. And this isn't the only Pinocchio movie coming out this year to do that. There's a 3D animated movie being released called Pinocchio, A True Story, which in my opinion doesn't look like all that much, aside from a serviceable kids film. To be honest, the designs are kind of hitting an uncanny valley for me, but that might just be me. I think the only reason people are actually interested in this movie is because of the voice acting. Pinocchio specifically, he's voiced by Pauly Shore in this movie, who you might remember as Bobby in the Goofy movies, except I think his voice was a lot more fitting for that character.
Free eats back at the Dorma. Pizza. Double cheese.
Pinocchio is supposed to be a child, not a whiny teenager.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
I don't think this movie would be getting nearly as much attention if it weren't for the voice acting though. It is going up against 2 big names, but it might be able to get by on meme power, so I guess that could work for them. I wonder if they knew this would happen. So that's a lot of Pinocchio content. To be fair, Pinocchio's been a cultural icon for well over 100 years, and it is interesting to see 3 unique takes on the story, or at least 2 unique takes and 1 remake. I guess 3 if you count the video game. Admittedly, we're looking forward to some more than others, but hopefully we'll get more memes out of a certain one.
Let's go, Tybalt! Great adventures away!
I suppose it's just coincidence that they all end up being released in the same year, especially considering the fact that Del Toro's been working on his for a decade and a half. We'll have to see how things play out at the box office though, and see how the competition holds up. So that's our take on all of this. What do you guys think? Are there any you're particularly excited for? for? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, we really appreciate it. Before we go, we'd like to give a shout out to our members: Stutania, Tyrant Carnivore, Adam K, Shiny Orc Boy, The Rabbit Mancer, Hunter Rose, General Bolivar, Depth Charge Media, Samaru163, Gabby Hime, Sandy Martin, Verdant Range, Butcher7 Actual, Dash Hound, JVR, Hussyman42, Nixel, Eric Griffin, Phantom of the Night, Phil C, Taylor Ramirez, Caleb Nelson, Shrike Z, and Bandito Bane. Thank you all so much for your support. If you'd like to become a member, you can hit the join button next to the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like and subscribe to the channel to see more content from us. That helps us out a lot too, and it's free. We also have Buy Me Coffee if you want to support us that way. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye everyone. Bye guys.